that one of our fellow associates increased their credit score all by getting their credit limit increased. Hello, you got Mr.
and Mrs.
Smith. And in this video, we just kind of want to highlight a testimony, a success story of somebody we're connected to. You know, we educate about credit, but we're all about empowering the individual, putting you in a position of power so you can better your own credit. It's not that hard. Plus, when you understand it, you realize that you're doing more to work anyway, even if you pay somebody else to fix your credit. So in this example, we want to share a success story, but then educate you on how exactly she was able to do it and why, based on the laws, based on all of the factors that go into your credit score. So let's dive in. Let's go ahead and read the success story, then we'll elaborate on how you can make it real for yourself as well.
All right, so you guys, here's the letter that she received. It said, "Good news, we have increased your credit line. Dear Mary, congratulations. Due to your overall excellent credit management, we've increased your credit line to $7,200, of which $3,300 is available as cash. Your new credit line is now active to give you more purchasing power and flexibility when you need it, all with no annual fee."
Gotta love it. So listen, not only are we helping people better their credit score by paying off debt, we're also helping them because now when they're on track to having great credit, they put themselves in a position to where people respect their credibility and are willing to give them a credit limit increase. So that's exactly what happened in that scenario. So her credit limit increased to $7,200 versus $6,000 and something that it was. This is what you got to understand. She doesn't have to utilize the additional credit increase that she just received. What happened is it just gave her more buying power, as they stated. But when you get more buying power on your credit card, which is your revolving debt, guess what else just happened? It automatically lowers your credit utilization. See, credit utilization is one of the main factors that goes into your credit. Of course, there are 5. We won't dive too deep into any of them now, but credit utilization is a big deal, and we personally feel like it's the #1 factor because you are 100% in control of your credit utilization. It affects 30% of your credit, which is 165 points. So even though it isn't the largest percentage, because payment history is 35, you're the most in control, so we feel like it is the most important. So her credit utilization dropped because her credit limit went up. So once you understand that, now you realize, okay, what can I do to create establish a solid relationship with the entity, the bank that I'm involved in, to where they're willing to give me a credit limit increase and watch your credit score go up just because you increase your credit limit, all because you lowered your credit utilization.
Yeah, you guys, like, you hear different things pertaining to credit utilization when it comes to working with different credit specialists and credit educators. You know, you hear credit utilization should be under 30% or under 20%. We personally think you should keep it in the single digits. So if you can keep that utilization under 10%, that's a really good rule of thumb. Now, there's 2 different ways that you can get your credit utilization under that 10%. Number 1 is by paying off a lot of your debt. And one of the things you got to understand when we talk about credit utilization, you guys, in basic terms, that just means you utilizing your credit. Utilizing credit cards, okay? If even more simpler terms, okay, is what you're doing, but you don't want to be at the max. Meaning, if you have a $10,000 max on that credit card, you don't want to spend every single penny. You want to keep that under the 10%, okay? So that's just a good rule of thumb, and I wanted to break that down for anybody who may not understand. So there's 2 different ways that you can get your credit utilization down. Paying off your debt, meaning if it was up at that $10,000, you pay it off, you know, under $1,000, and then bam, you've hit that utilization. Or you can get a credit limit increase, and you get that increase by having good payment history, by having good credit, by showing responsibility, showing you can pay things on time, you know, not having a lot of debt, and of course, keeping that utilization extremely low. So if you don't understand the raised credit limit, what that is, let's say that you have that $10,000 limit and you're at like $5,000-$6,000, okay, way over the utilization, but you're good with making payments. The credit card company decides that they want to increase your limit and they bring it up to $15,000. Okay, I'm just throwing numbers out there. What you have, that $5,000 or $6,000 on there, now that utilization is lower because when it was $10,000, you were at about 50%. When they increase it to $15,000, you're no longer at that 50% utilization, if that makes sense.
Absolutely. So percentage-wise, what you got to understand, if you have a $10,000 credit card, and that's the limit, if you spend $10,000 of it, then you have 100% of your utilization being used in that credit card. That doesn't look good in the eyes of the bank because they're like, you're maxing out. You don't give any room for error because you're maxing out your credit card. But if you had it at $5,000, they'll be like, okay, that's 50% of the overall credit limit. Still not good, still not under the 30 or under the 10%, but it at least shows where you are. So understand that it's a percentage thing. So $1,000 or less would be under 10%, as she stated. Once you understand that and you aim for keeping it in the single digits, some people recommend divided by 3 or keeping it under 33% or keeping it under 30%. We want to position you like the people who are wealthy do it, which is keeping it in the single digits, paying it off every month, using the credit card, but knocking it out every single month, sometimes twice a month, so you're not hit with any of the billing cycles that come along with paying your credit card. So there's strategies to it, but controlling that utilization does two things. You're paying off your debt, so it's helping you in some of the other factors. You're becoming debt free, which many people have that goal or desire to be, but then more importantly, it allows you to position yourself to get a credit limit increase, and if you get a credit limit increase, your credit score goes up because your utilization goes down. If you never understood that, hopefully you do now. We got people getting those type of results hand over fist. We just wanted to kind of break it down, give you a success story, but also partner it up with some education so you can take it, run with it, or if you feel like what we have can benefit you, then by all means, we don't mind connecting you to some free information, some direct access to some tools that we use, but we really wanted to give this value to you. You got anything else for a coin?
Nope, I don't have anything else. That's all we got.
So be like Mary. Get consistent with paying off your credit card or paying your bills so you can position yourself to get a credit limit increase, which lowers your utilization and boosts your score by default. We have people who have boosted their credit score just by focusing on that one avenue, and they boosted their credit score by over 100 points. But in this case, her credit score went up all because her credit limit went up. All right, that's all we got, Mr. and Mrs. Smith.
Signing out.